Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Jones. Welcome back to my channel and to an after the haul video. So, I filmed a massive haul earlier today and now I need to clear up the chaos afterwards. As you can see, I've made as I was hauling things, I made various piles of like stuff in where they go order. So then I've got those out. I'm going to put a picture on the screen of my desk properly because I can't really show it. But yeah, so that is what we're going to be working through. This is going to be voiceovered because otherwise it's going to be like 3 billion years long and I just don't think anybody wants to watch a video that long. All I've done since that first photograph is put away the things that you won't be able to see me putting away, so stuff that goes upstairs and things like that, and also brought through my foil and kit folders and my planner cart. So yeah, there's a photo screen what my desk looks like at the beginning of this process, and without any further ado we'll get into it. I will talk in the voiceover about what I'm doing, but I will also just chat. So yeah, let's get straight into this. Okay, so it is voiceover Tilly time, and the first thing I'm doing is just putting away the kits that have like specific weeks already assigned to them and I already have plans to use. So that was nice and quick and easy. And then the next job I'm going to do is start putting away the journaling kits. I actually remember partway through this video that I have a little pile off to the side that needed adding to the stuff that I'd hauled because it was from previous advent videos and stuff. So I actually do this again in a minute, but basically my journaling kits live in their own little album. All of my albums are from Plannerface. They're mostly the large size that you'll see in this, though that one there is a small size. And they just live in different places, so that one lives in my planner cart. Now I am putting away my journaling stickers. So this little album holds anything that like I'd add to a spread but wouldn't be the base of a spread. So things like deco and stuff like that isn't a whole kit. And then I've decided to put other bigger sheets, including like functionals, into the back of my album. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm moving all of that used to be at the very front of this album, but it was getting a bit chunky, so I've moved it to the very back of this album, which is the album that my kits journaling kits do live in. And then I'm just flicking through this album here now to see if there's anything else that I want to move into that kit, but I did find a couple of stickers that should be in different places, so I'm also putting that away as well. And this is just so this storage system is a little bit more refined. That's kind of the goal here. I will talk a little bit about my storage as we go along. So these two albums you can see now, both from Plannerface. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use Tilly to save 10%, live in my planner cart and are used pretty much basically whenever I need to set up a spread in my journal. So I tend to use 2 journaling kits at a time, which a normal journaling kit does me 4 B6 pages, which is 4 days worth of journaling usually. So that's kind of what I do with that. And then we finish that, so I'm on to the next thing, which I decided to next put away my foil. So the first thing I'm doing is sort of vaguely sorting it into which album it goes in, just to make my life easier when I pull the albums in. I have 3 albums of foil bundles, so at the beginning of each colour there is a section for like a la carte foil and stuff like that. My gold, silver, hollow and rose each have they have separate albums as well for a la carte foil, because yeah, that's how I function. Though I don't really use that much a la carte foil, but I am trying to start bringing some in, and I probably will like try and make up some foil bundles at some point as well. So this is the pile of stuff I remembered about that I had to sort, so you can just see me sorting this into like the original piles at this point of like what everything is, where it wants to go away and things. So I was just pulling the foil out mostly, but also sorting. I ended up having to leave 2 empty slots, 2 foil bundles loose at the back of this second album. So the first album that's a Plannerface album is for my like fun foil colours, and then the other 2 Scribble Print Co ones are for like more standard foil colours, so gold, silver, rose gold and hollow, sparkly hollow, stuff like that. So, and then at the end of that I have my bougie boxes and sorry, yawning away, my bougie boxes and underlays, and they have, each foil colour has a pocket with the bougie on the front and any fun foil like fun underlays at the back, or the other way around actually, I think it is. So the fun ones are on the front and the bougies on the back. So that's kind of how I store that foil. And then this is me going back and putting away those extra journaling sheets, and realising that actually there was quite a lot of this to put away still. So I've just popped those in there. And then the way I decided to store these journaling kits that came in the advent that have the papers with them is have the papers on one side and the journaling kit on the other, partly because that might be how I use them. I might use them with them, or I might not. I'm actually going to pull away the B ones, I think, and use those as part of my March setup. I then had this extra sticker that I didn't know where to put. Well, it was too big for my other album, so I put them in there. And that's kind of it for those extra journaling pages. Moving on, I went on to kits. My battery has just told me it's low, so I hope I have enough battery to get through the rest of this voiceover. Fingers crossed I do. I paused in the middle of filming 2 voiceovers. So again, I am just pre-sorting these vaguely into which album they go in. So I now actually have 6 kit albums. I was using 5 because I've added a travel album because I had so many travel kits. So mostly my kits are sorted by shop, with a full album for Planner Face and a full album for Scribble Prints Co, and then a mixed album of other shops. I then have a fandom album and a seasonal and events album as my other 2 albums, and then I added the travel album. So I'm just going through and putting things in that. So this one here is my fandom album, and I realised I was just putting everything at the front, and that's not how this album worked. I have the Disney ones at the front and then the mixed fandoms at the back. So I'm just I had Disney, Harry Potter, and then mixed. Just a note on Harry Potter, I do not support J.K. Rowling. I think she's transphobic and a horrible human being, but I will buy things like sticker kits that don't support her. Sorry if there was a weird cut, my camera did die. So yeah, that is my fandom kits all the way, and now I am working on the other kits. So I've put away the various shop ones, which was just some from Linda Designs mostly, and then I'm now putting away Scribble Prints Co. I am moving things forward to try and get rid of a couple of gaps, but I don't do too much on that. I'm now working on putting away my Planner Face kits that are not seasonal or celebrations, so we're just going through and putting those away. This album always ends up chunky because most of my kits are Planner Face. There is a reason I PR for her. She is my favourite shop, so that's that album. And then we are going into the seasonal one, and I had very little in the seasonal one, seasonal and celebration one, but I'm just pulling everything that was in there out to sort of reorganise it a little bit. And how I do this is, so I start with like birthday and celebration, so I'm now sorting out the pile of seasonal kits into what season they are. So spring is like Valentine's and Mother's Day is what we've got here. We've not really got any summer kits. Then autumn is pure autumn ones, and then most of the so we've got autumn and then Halloween, and then we've got Christmas as well. But at first I'm putting in the birthday and wedding / anniversary kits. Then we're going for the baby kits, which will probably pretty much all get used in April. You'll see most of those again in my April lineup. Then winter is going first at the beginning, but not Christmas, just general winter, because I don't tend to use general winter until January. Then I'm putting in the spring ones, then I'll leave some space, put in the autumn ones, leave some space, put in the Halloween ones, leave some space, put in the Christmas ones, if that makes sense. It's basically so there is space for each of these categories to grow, but like, yeah, just like a random amount. And that did end up pretty chunky. And then this empty album that I recently had, it was a kit album and then got removed. It actually did used to be the seasonal album, but oh well, is becoming a travel album. So I'm putting all of those travel kits into there because there were quite a few of them. So that's all that is. Now I'm moving on to my a la carte foil, and this is what I mean about my silver, gold, silver, rose and hollow having their own albums. This one is for like the functionals, so both the icons and the date dot sheets go into that. Next, I'm deciding what I should do, and I decide to make a start on the many die cuts. So this next bit of video is actually sped up to like 7.5 times speed because there are so many die cuts, and like peeling them off takes quite a long time, and I didn't want this bit of the video to be like 3 million years long. So most of the video is just 5 times speed, but this is like half that speed again on top, and I'm just going through all of the die cuts and fitting them in spaces. This die cut album again lives in my planner cart, and I just use them in my journal. when I'm setting up the pages for my journal, I pick out die cuts that match colour wise or theme wise, or both preferably, and pop. So I generally have a big die cut and then a little die cut on every page. I did decide to fold up these feeling stickers ready in there, and you'll see me like just trying to fit the most onto one page because I was a bit worried about how many die cuts I had to add and how much space I had, but there you go. It was actually absolutely fine. There's quite a lot of space still in this album, which is nice. It's funny watching this because, like, even though it's only like a week after I filmed this on Saturday and it's Wednesday now, I've already used quite a few of these die cuts because Onyx Storm came out at the time of recording this, so I used the Fourth Wing sticker for that, which is like, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's already moved. What I did that wasn't particularly sensible is there was quite a lot of Valentine stickers in one of the Oh Hello Feelings Co. subscriptions, and they're quite near the back, so I need to remember to use those when I get onto Valentine spreads. But yeah, and I'm really happy with this album. Like, I think it's really useful for this sort of thing. This came in one of the Planner Face advents previously. I think it was at least 2 years ago, if not 3 years ago, advent. I do try, and when I've got multiples of a sticker, I do try and put them together so that I know like that they're multiples. Some of these stickers are really annoying sizes and just don't fit anywhere. So I try and keep like the similar themes together. So here I'm putting all the retro designs from Sunshine Lane down. I'm trying to fit as many of them as I can on this page, but unfortunately they didn't all fit, so I did end up having to move to a second page as well, that you can see there, but I am still trying to keep them as together as possible. But you know, swings and roundabouts, things fit where they fit in the end, at the end of the day. So what are we doing now? Oh, these plane ticket things were really annoying. They were just a really awkward size and nothing really fit on the pages with them. But you know, things happen, and you just make what works work. That's just how this sort of album have to work. When everything's a really random size, you just make what works work. There are hundreds of die cuts, so you can see why I sped this up to even faster, because I've run out of things to say about die cuts and I've still got quite a lot to fit on the page. So let's just have some general chat. I mean, I could go over the shops where I mostly get die cuts. So the ones you've seen in this video are mostly Sunshine Lane, Planner Face, Scribble Prints Co., Sunshine Lane. I think that's all the ones I can see at the moment. I can't even remember what I started with. A lot of them are Hello Feelings Co. From the Advent and from things like that. But yeah, it was just a real mix that I had to put down. Obviously these bigger ones take up much more space, and like a lot of the Scribble Prints Co. bigger ones need a whole page to themselves, which is kind of annoying, but is what it is. Like, they are just bigger. I don't tend to be as like wanting to use them either because they take up so much space on a B6 page, but yeah, I will use them. I then put like things like seals at the back of the planner as well, because I use them as die cuts. So here's the Valentine's set that I'm putting like near the back, and I'm like, why did I leave this to near the back? Just means I have to remember in February. I know it's the end of February when you're seeing this, but this was filmed in January, and like 2/3 of the way through January, so ages before you're actually seeing it. I'm trying to get ahead before Bump arrives. So yeah, like that one doesn't even fit on a diagonal. It just is what it is. So a lot of them just end up on one page each. I did try and these were a little bit annoying to fit on. They couldn't fit on 2 the same way, but you still could fit 7 on a page, so it was alright. I would have preferred to fit 8, but it's what it is. It did mean like some of the colours got a bit mixed up, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I just go through looking for things of certain colours, to be honest, and the white ones fit on quite nicely. So that is everything there pretty much. The last few die cuts are just these days of the week, which I just put in the back of my journal to use as and when the colours match, rather than using one of the black ones. As you can see from journaling kits, I just stick them in the back of my planner and use them as and when I need them. So now we are on what is actually the final part of this video, which is basically characters and icons all live in the same folder. I should maybe go over, that's what I can probably talk about, is my storage as a whole. You have seen the majority of it in this video, but I can talk about how it works all together and things in a minute. But basically I'm sorting these into vague categories, and then I will use those to put them away in their actual categories. So things like, I don't know, I put all appointments together, I put all emotions together, and then when I started putting them into the box, which is just creeping onto the side there, I started to organise them. How I organise things in each section is I try to put the full sticker sheets further back and use the half used ones, and then move on to a full sheet and try and use up a full sheet. But also, some of them have subcategories, like my movies and stuff. TV watching has some sections of specific TV shows and things like that. You will see me putting a yellow dot on some of these pages. That means I have a duplicate of that sheet, and the duplicates go into a separate album. So let me talk you generally through how I organise my stickers. You've seen all of my kit binders, and that's kind of how my kits are stored until they have a place in my lineup. When they have a place in my lineup, I then have 2 further planner face large albums where I put a kit and their foil for each week, and because there are 60 slots, each week just has a pocket, and I go through the kits. Basically, I take the one from the front to plan the next week, and that's how it works. It's nice and simple. It really works well for me. It gives me space. I try to say space and a place at the same time. It gives me a place to use to store the kits once they're decided, and it's on my planner cart, which stays in my living room, whereas the kit albums live in my office. So yeah, so that's the only places kits live. Then foil bundles live in those 3 folders that you saw before. As I said, they just go through the big planner face one goes through the rainbow, and then the others are core foil colours after that. And then my underlays / unfoiled overlays are at the back of that. So that's those. Then I just 15mm I just have loose into a Oh Hello Feelings Co little pocket thing. So yeah, I have that. So that's kind of all of those. The other place, so a la carte foil also lives in my office in 2 small albums, and that is for just core foil colours. So I have 2 albums, one with functionals in, and one with overlays and underlays, and not underlays because underlays tend to come on a big sheet, but overlays and things like that. And the overlays are sorted into sort of categories, like generic, summer, winter, etc., things like that. Also in there I have my overflow for my character stickers, and that is basically where duplicate sheets live. You'll see it shortly, and I will talk a little bit more about that. But basically I've just got labels on the pockets, and there's a label for characters and icons, and then a pocket for scripts, and that goes over 2 albums. That is all of the stickers that live in my office, I believe. Then in my planner cart I have the 2 current kit albums, so my off-camera and my on-camera planner have their own kit albums. I then have, I know what I've missed. I've missed some reusable sticker albums that I have leftover functionals in one. I have foil washi overlays in one, and spare full boxes in a third. So I very rarely touch any of those, so they moved into my office earlier this year. They did used to live in my planner cart. And then the other main place, then in my planner cart I also have my journaling stickers. So I have the album that has the journaling kits and the functional journaling stickers in, and then I have a smaller album that has the decorative journaling stickers in. So that's those. And then I have my box, which is where I keep my current characters and icons. As you can see, what I'm doing at the moment is actually decanting freebies and mix sheets onto reusable sticker paper to put in the category that I use. So how this works is it's essentially an accordion system but in a box, but I have my most used stickers at the front, so things that I use pretty much every week live in there. I just find it means I can pull that out on a day, and usually most of what I need is there, and then just the last few bits I need to pull out. It's the thing that works quickest for me. I know what tends to be in there. I know how my brain works, so that just lives at the front, which you can see there. Then we have each of those tabs, you can see, does have a category on. They've become a bit bent forward over time, but they each have a yellow sticker on that says what category they are, and that's how the rest of it is sorted. And as I said earlier, so if I've got a sheet like this that's got like decanted ones on, that's at the front, and then we start with the sticker sheets that have the least stickers on, going up to full sheets of character stickers, and then the scripts are behind those, and that's just so the scripts and icons are easy to like get to separately. Whilst I was doing this, I did run out of my reusable sticker paper sheets, so a couple of times I did peel off the backing of a sticker sheet and use that as the thing. Usually when a sticker sheet has like 2 or less stickers on, I move it onto the mixed icon sheet. So here you can see what I mean by my overflow, that each pocket, well, every other pocket just has one of these labels on that match the labels in my box storage, and I just put things in as they go. So that is everything away other than the things that are going straight into planners. So that was the front of my bullet journal, which just got a 2025 sticker on, and then that's my journal getting a 2025 sticker. I was checking my 2024 planner, it already had things on, and then this tab I wanted in my journal, so I'm just adding that January tab in and then putting the rest of the tabs in the back pocket. I then had quite a lot of stickers to go into my bullet journal. So the first one was these. I didn't love how I put those down, but it's fine, we're just ignoring it. So I then went through and started sticking down my Creating & Co book stickers. That's pretty much what most of these are, into my book section of my bullet journal. So I planned out like where everything was going to go, so it was quite easy. I just had to peel them back and then put them in a pile, and then any extra sheets they came with were going to go into the back pocket. So I just made a pile of those off to the side to use as I use the sheets. And I actually really like how this came together. I'm really happy with how I'm doing my book journal this year. Like the full page stickers just make things so easy to set up. It took me a little while to work out how to best center them on the page, but I did get there eventually, and I find a system that works really well and everything goes down nicely, and it's really nice to finally have these. I feel like I've been waiting ages for them because I ordered them on Black Friday, but then I was waiting for orders to arrive, and then Stackery took forever to combine my my orders, and then had to wait for UK shipping. Oh, it felt like so long. So I'm just putting all of those down. I also had these the sheet from Rhyme Made, which I had forgotten about when I set up this section, so that does get its own page. When I went and made a mistake like that, went down with a big crease in it, I did just use undo to settle it down. And that's kind of it. That is everything I am doing in this video, and that is how I put away all my haul. This video is down to 23 minutes. However, the original footage was like just shy of 2.5 hours, which is an incredibly long time just to put stickers away, but there was a lot to put away and I wanted to make sure I did it properly. So yeah, the 2 sticker sheets you don't see me put down are there's bookcases from last year that I was going to put in my old planner, and I couldn't find my old planner at this point, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this right now. You can see what I love about the disc band right about now, because I can just pull a page forward and put in the extra sheets. If I hadn't been able to do this and I was in a bound journal, I would have left space for these, but like I like that I can just move a page and make it fit where it is. And then I'm just popping those into the back, and that is pretty much it for this video. So comment, like down below, all that kind of jazz, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!